Hello, everybody. Thank you so much to Dan Fowlks for joining us today, one of the stars of the upcoming Great American Family movie, Happily Ever Emma. Thank you so much, Dan.
Hey, thank you for having me.
And tell us a bit, what's been the main element in Grey's character and in the movie in general that fascinates you the most and drew you to join Happily Ever Emma?
All right. Yeah. Well, um, I mean, first and foremost, it's I've worked with the production company before, so it's always great to work with familiar faces.
Yeah.
And then being able to portray Gray Knightley in this adaptation of a very popular Jane Austen's novel. It was great to see what Brittany Whiston was able to do with, adapting that into has a modern flair to it, and it was just a great time working with everybody involved: Monica, Mason, and Sasha Leia, Chelsea. Yeah, it's just a great time all around.
And we know that Great American Family shows and movies always feature some well-shaped characters and also relatable storylines for the audience. In your opinion, is there any feature in Grey's character that you can relate to on a personal level? Where are you and Grey most similar, and where are you two most different, in your opinion?
Oh well, definitely when it comes to entertainment law and being an attorney. I have not passed the bar exam, so I don't know what that's like. Um, but kudos to all the attorneys that have
Yeah.
done that. But yeah, I would say on the with his character, being friends with Emma, the character, and their long time relationship, and there was a lot of fun elements to pull from that. Um, from your personal life, everyone has those friendships and those relationships, and so being able to see Gray in this element of that tug of war, I guess you could say, on friendships to a little bit more maybe, and then and then just developing that character and seeing him grow with that relationship with Emma.
Yeah. And to all the fans that are looking forward to watching Happily Ever Emma, how would you describe the movie if you had just three words?
Three words: good natured, fun, and uh, friendly. It's a friendly film. It's a good watch for everybody.
Yeah, I'm sure of it. We really can't wait to see it.
Awesome.
And what can you tease about Grace and Emma's journey throughout the movie? What can we expect from their relationship and them just?
I would say, it's that, like I said, it's that tug of war that a lot of us have on a human level of personal relationships, and do things develop into something more? Do they kind of hold, just a
Yeah.
very friendly, more of a friend relationship? So I think that's what you'll be able to see develop and grow between these two characters, and kind of go on this journey with Emma, who's, as people are familiar with the Jane Austen story of Emma trying to set everyone up, but she
Yeah.
struggles with her own commitments, I guess you could say.
And acting wise, what's been the main challenge for you in portraying Grey?
The main challenges, man, I would say that's a really good question. Um, the main challenges in developing Gray's character. Uh, I didn't, I didn't necessarily say there was, too hard of challenges, other than, when you're making the film, obviously the lines and delivery and trying to portray this character in an authentic way. That's always the challenge. But when you're working with, people to work towards a common goal and share a story, tell a story, and, try to infuse those emotions and the heartfelt, uh, you know, ways that people can relate, an audience can relate to these characters. So, that's always a challenge, I think, with a lot of
Yeah.
different, storytelling aspects.
Absolutely. And talking about the environment on set, you already mentioned how what a great relationship you had with your co-stars on the movie. But how would you describe your experience filming Happily Ever Emma with both the cast and the crew? And do you have any fun anecdotes to share with us?
Well, we shot this in the summer of 2020, and so that was around the time of the pandemic and the world going through everything that it
Yeah.
was going through, and so being able to work during that time and uh, still continue to, um, as an actor, you're just always looking for the next project and work. So it was great at that time to kind of, just come together and work with people that you're familiar with. And at the time, I have only met Monica. I haven't really worked with her, so this was the first time of actually working together. And she's great, and I think the cast that they pulled together really clicked, and we had a lot of collaborating spirit about ourselves, and so that always helps when you're just familiar with people and you get to know them, and there's just that sense of you're all wanting to be there to create something. So
Absolutely. And it's so beautiful to hear because, as you mentioned, it's not always the case when you go on a set, like working for a movie or a TV show.
hmm
So that's beautiful to hear that you created this
yeah,
kind of beautiful and family environment on set.
yes, it was fun.
And now a little fun question that we always ask to the people we're interviewing. And considering we're talking about Happily Ever Emma, it's on the Happily Ever Emma universe. Um, if you could choose any other character in the movie apart from Gray, a character that you would have loved to play if you could, which one would it be and why?
Hmm. Let's see. Uh, Definitely. I mean, had just such a joy and pleasure playing Gray, but Mason had a fun role, Barry Bell. So if you
Yeah,
pay attention to his character, um, his partner's son in the film, and so the law firm's partner's son. So it was. I think Barry Bell would have been a really fun character to portray, and I know Mason had a great time with it. He's fantastic as well. So.
absolutely. And throwing back instead to the origins of your career as an actor, how did the passion for acting come about in your life?
Let's see. Uh, Storytelling has always been, I guess, at the core of myself. I can remember back in my elementary days, fourth grade, I entered a storytelling contest. So it was getting up in front of the school and relaying, a story about Goldilocks and the Three Bears, but just had a comedic spin to it. So I think from then it kind of started with me at that age, and then as you grow older and you start developing, you do. I went from community theater projects, so being able to just learn the craft, working with other great actors and other storytellers that you're able to learn from each other, and it's all about collaboration and creation. So
Absolutely. And among all the projects that you had the chance to work on, is there any particular one that you're mostly fond of?
hmm, that's that's a great question. It's always that which child is your favorite type question. There really isn't a favorite.
Yeah.
They all bring their own. They're just all unique in their own different ways, and you're working with so many different people a lot of the time that you're invited on, and uh, you're working with strangers, but then at the end of the project, you're leaving as friends, and you're leaving with people that have very similar goals and passions. So uh, I would say one that sticks out. Um, ooh, Westerns are always a big one for me. I did a Western down in Tucson that really sticks out in my mind, of just being able to uh, work in a very familiar setting where other classic westerns were shot, and so being able to to act and do scene work in some of these rooms that, John Wayne was there, and all these really cool iconic, you know
That's amazing.
actors of the past, that it was cool to be involved there.
And now our final question. If you had the chance to give some advice to young people, young actors who wants to pursue an acting career or a career in entertainment in general, what kind of advice would you give them?
uh Start today. I mean, um just look for those opportunities, where you can, find those acting opportunities, whether that's, like I said, community theater is a great place. You're able to plan and create a story that you're able to share with an audience, even if it's 30 people,
Yeah.
or 10 people, whatever. Start there, and then improv is always a great opportunity. Look for improv groups in your area, because that's just a way to jump in and start thinking on your feet, and you're creating something fresh for people, you know
Yeah.
in the moment. So yeah, I would say that's definitely a great start, of just, jumping in and doing it, and then learning from others that are already doing it.
Thank you so much, Dan. It's been really great to have you here. And let's remind people that Happily Ever Emma airs March 4 on Great American Family. And
Thank you. Go
we're
check it
really
out.
looking forward to see more of Gray and Emma and their story.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you again. Bye. Have a good day.
Bye.